Okay, so the next pedal I'm going to look at is the Ibanez Analog Delay pedal. It's the mini series. This is probably the pedal I was most excited about when I heard about these mini pedals, because you know, having an analog delay sound for me is a color sound, so having it in a small footprint I think is really useful. So what I'm going to start with is all the controls set up right in the middle. For me, that's kind of a good benchmark of how an effect might work. So this is my clean sound. Now with the delay on, so this is everything right at the middle. So you can hear the delays are quite dark. There's not they're not your pristine kind of digital delays, which I prefer. They tend to blend with the guitar sound a little more rather than jump right out as the repeats will. So you could use it for something like that, which is sort of, you know, a nod to a certain sound, but then you can have things like it for your reggae type stuff. Right. So there's a lot of uses where you could use that kind of sound, but those are a couple that I would use. Another sound that I'll show you now is one that I would use it quite a lot, which is kind of with the level quite low and just have a little bit of repeats in there. The idea being that you're essentially making the guitar sound fatter and kind of like a reverb, so it's barely audible. Alright, so for this sound what I've done is I've set it up so the repeats are on about 1/4, and the blend knob is on about 1/4, and the delay time is about 1/3. And the idea of this is what I'm looking for is just a sound with maybe 1 or 2 repeats. So not quite a slapback, it's a little bit longer than that, and a sound that essentially fattens the guitar. So you can hear it there. And if I do it in the middle of playing, you'll almost don't notice it, but it kind of fattens up the guitar. That's a sound I would use a lot for an analog delay. I'd pretty much probably just leave it on all the time and you barely notice it. It's kind of like a slapback, but it's slightly different from a slapback. It's slower and has a certain thing. So now what I'll show you is a couple of different sounds out of this. So you have, I'm going to put it at the delay at its slowest tempo to show you what the slowest tempo is. A lot of analog delays can't go very slow, but this one actually goes quite good. See here with that's got a lot of, it's actually quite slow for an analog delay. Now I'll put it in its fastest setting. And the thing with this is in its fastest setting, the analog delay almost, you actually don't really even hear it. It just becomes kind of a digital frequency. This is on about 1/4, so it's like getting really, really fast. And any faster than that, and it kind of just becomes a blend of a sound. It's probably not something I'd use. That's about as fast as I would get. So here's a sound I'd use quite a lot, which is with the echoes actually quite loud this time. All right. So you can hear as the echoes go on, there's a degradation of the sound. They get darker and kind of grittier. The thing with this too is that with analog delays, when you turn the control, the delay time, you get all those kind of glitchy artifacts like an analog. Which is always really fun on a gig to sort of bend down and be able to, you know, turn the knob. Or with this one, the knob's actually big enough you could probably get your shoe on it and twist it, sort of Oz noise style. So anyway, this is just a quick look at the Ibanez Analog Mini Delay. Thanks for watching.